Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's episode, we've got some pretty freaking good news about The Mandalorian that I'm really excited about. So we're going to talk about that here today on Star Wars Coffee. The Mandalorian is such an amazing show, and it's the first live-action Star Wars TV series that we've gotten exclusively on Disney's new streaming service, Disney+, with a second season coming this fall. We still haven't gotten any teasers, trailers, or anything of that nature announced, and I thought we might be getting something like that on the recent panel that they just did with Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, etc., but we didn't get anything there, so my next guess is that it's probably going to be after the Mandalorian gallery finishes. But with that being the case, what we do have today is some pretty good news about The Mandalorian that we have gotten from Collider, who, typically do a good amount of Star Wars stuff. This is from Ali Gemel. It's called Exclusive. Extraction director Sam Hargrave talks upping the action in The Mandalorian Season 2. Now, this is excellent news. Upping the action. That is something that I wanted a lot more of in the first season. We did get some, action sequences, but the only full-blown action we got, throughout the whole episode was the one where they tried to lock Mando up. And it was excellent to see all that action. It really did keep you on the edge of your seat. It was really that good. And while we did get, classic action in the sense that it's not like it was all just a story type of thing in the first season, upping the action is going to mean, what I take that to mean is a lot more excitement, a lot more kind of on the edge of your seat type of deal, a lot more intense moments with Mando, especially now that we know that he's essentially kind of on the run, especially with Moff Gideon after him, and especially with Moff Gideon after the child. And we know that Moff Gideon's actor, I can never remember his name, said that he broke a couple of Darksaber props on set of Season 2. So this is really exciting stuff for me personally as a guy who really loves all of the action in Star Wars, especially with lightsabers. And obviously everybody does. That's a big draw of Star Wars. But the fact that we're going to be getting some more action in The Mandalorian Season 2 is going to be really cool. All of the action sequences they did in the first season was excellent, so I can only imagine how good it'll be now in the second season. So let's take a look at this article written by Ali Gemel. In a very exciting bit of exclusive news, we can confirm Extraction director Sam Hargrave's involvement on the Disney Plus Star Wars original series The Mandalorian Season 2 as second unit director. Hargrave confirmed his Mandalorian role during Collider's exclusive chat with him about his Chris Hemsworth-fronted Netflix Actioner, which became one of Netflix's most-watched films and has already spawned a development of a sequel. Now that we can finally share this news with you, we fully intend to tell you all the details that Sam shared with us. This is just going to be great. This is great news for The Mandalorian. Really is exciting. When I say great news for The Mandalorian as in the title, I legitimately mean that. This is going to be great, and it's going to come onto screen in such great ways, and I think you guys are going to be really impressed with it, and I'm not just hyping it up. It's going to be awesome. I'm super pumped about it. Hargrave was quite candid in his comments about The Mandalorian and his role as second unit director, tasked with putting his knowledge on crafting superlative action sequences to good use for the show. Before we could get in finer points about Hargrave's involvement, we had to know, how did this opportunity come about? They actually came to me. It's crazy. I was in the middle of post-production, and I'm editing my movie, and I got a call from my buddy Colin Wilson. One on the line said, "Jon Favreau and the other people over here are looking for someone to bring into the team and to add to the family who has experience with action. The team that was there did a great job in the first season, and it was all just fun. But they wanted to build on that and bring a new perspective and take it to another level for the next season. So I was like, that sounds like a fun challenge." So, to me, taking a break from the article, if you like all of the action sequences in the CW Arrowverse, imagine that with a Disney budget, is kind of what I'm thinking of since it's a TV show. That's kind of my idea. So, excellent, excellent, excellent. Continuing on. Hargrave continued, "I like the people over there. Favreau's great. So I went over and it was really fascinating adventure. They have a crazy way of shooting. Some of the stuff is traditionally shot with live action and a blue screen on the backlot, but they've also got this technology called the volume, where it's just like the inside of a live game engine. It's quite insane what technology nowadays is available to filmmakers. It was really eye-opening, the potential of this technology that John and the guys have been working on. It was really a fun learning experience." From there, we dug a bit deeper with Hargrave. As previously mentioned, Hargrave is no noob when it comes to directing action. If you haven't seen Extraction, then you've likely come in contact with Hargrave's work as either a second unit director or stuntman in epic action picks like Atomic Blonde, Suicide Squad, Deadpool 2, Infinity War, and Endgame. With all of this in mind, while also acknowledging the action on The Mandalorian Season 1 is pretty incredible, did Hargrave feel confident he could raise the bar in the action for Season 2? Alright, so you got this guy who has done Suicide Squad, Deadpool, Avengers. Like, this is going to be great translated over to Star Wars. Like, when I say good news, this is great news. This is awesome. Sam said the following: I am confident. The difference is, with Extraction, I'm in the editing room, so I can be extremely confident it's going to be what it's going to be. I'm not editing these episodes, but I know the footage we delivered as a second unit they seemed to be happy with. We worked closely with the stunt team there, with Brian Watson and the team that had done the first season. They did a really good job. You know, it was just to bring a little extra perspective, add a few things that I've learned while working on superhero movies, little tricks which make the performance easier, and using visual effects to enhance certain things. Just bringing a little bit of experience and knowledge to where we could take it to another level and up the ante. The next season is really cool. The way the story arc is really cool. So we tried to have the action represent that and take it to the next level, and I think we did that. Upping the action, taking things to the next level, upping the ante, all good things that I want to hear about The Mandalorian Season 2. I want to hear that upping the action. Gonna be great. Gonna be great. So confidence is clearly not an issue. When do we see the action in The Mandalorian Season 2? We can expect this action to help amplify the cool new story arcs, and we'll know Hargrave has put his stamp on it. But when it comes to raising the bar, were Hargrave's plans or vision for the action how it would play out affected by the actor wearing the Mandalorian's mask? Because it was not always series star Pedro Pascal. Does the fact that it has a variety of actors doing the work as Mando bring the action to life, posing any problems? It's kind of a dream come true, Hargrave told us. There's certain characters, well, in one of the Captain America movies, we put Cap in the helmet and off you go. Or with Iron Man, a lot of times he's CG. But the Mandalorian, you put the helmet on and you just get the best people for the job, and now the character can do anything you can imagine him to do because it's a stunt performer who's trained his entire life to do these amazing things. Hargrave continued, sharing some key insights into why it's so important to stay true to help Mando's nature as an established behavior in action scenes, and why it helps add some depth to the character overall. With that being said, the balance you have to find and the truth you have to adhere to is the character you've developed. So if you have a character, and for this guy who's more of a gunslinger, a bit more of a brawler, it would be out of character for him to come into the scene, throw out a round off, backwards double flip and do a crazy kick just because you can, or because he has a helmet on. You have to remember to stay true to the character. So yes, you can put whoever you want in there, but you have to make sure that you rein in the excitement and make sure you're true to the character and the story. Wow. Sam, this guy is going to be fantastic. This has made me that much more excited for The Mandalorian Season 2. I was already pumped. I'm getting even more pumped the closer we get to the Season 2. Especially with all of this new information that we keep getting about The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian has had a good couple of months of good news cycle with new characters dropping, new leaks. It is awesome. So if you guys want to stay up to date on that, go check out the Mandalorian playlist on the channel. Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss anything. But The Mandalorian Season 2 with Sam Hargrave is going to be excellent. I encourage you guys to go check out all that stuff. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you and the Force be with you always. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe. Do it! And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.